Welcome to rpgamepire. I'm David.
I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do a review of Tsuro, Phoenix Rising. Now this is a game we backed on Kickstarter. And so you might see some differences in the pieces from the retailer edition. If you haven't had a chance, check out our combo video. It's a how to play and play through video.
It's a lot of fun.
So we're going to give our overview first. Go ahead, Julie.
Alrighty. This is an abstract family game for 2 to 6 players. Takes about 20 to 60 minutes. Age is 8 and up. This is a hand management, network and route building, set collection, tile placement game from Calliope Games.
Okay, so the way we do this is we come up with our list of 5 positives, negatives, and neutrals.
Right.
We don't usually share our list with each other beforehand, so sometimes you're Julie's seeing it for the first time. And then we rate the game using the Board Game Geek 1 through 10 list. So Julie, you go first.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Oh, here we go.
I like the flipping of the tiles. It really adds a new twist to it, which is fun. There's definitely enough challenge for just a two-player game. I found it easy to learn and play, and I think the lanterns are fun. They're cute little lanterns, and they're fun to move around. They add a new little twist to the game, I guess. My negative is that, and you'll see this in the playthrough combo, the phoenixes fall over. You barely touch them and they fall.
So that's why we have them upside down on this, because when we were playing it, other times you were falling over even more than you saw on the playthrough.
It's so frustrating.
So that's why we had them ready. And that's because when you look at the Kickstarter page, the prototype pieces had very solid bases and didn't give any indication they're going to fall over. But for whatever reason, the way these were molded, they're like Army Men pieces. For those of you who grew up with Army Men, you remember how you had to bend your guys?
No, but...
So I bent this one a little bit, honey, to the point where I almost broke it.
Oh, shoot.
To try to get it to not fall over as much. But you see here, it's very narrow.
Yeah.
And they're all like that, but it's not necessarily like that on the... it looked like the Kickstarter.
They were thicker on the bottom.
Yeah,
something
it looked
about
like
them.
it looked like it was made more sturdy. All right, so here I go.
Alrighty, and see what you say if we match it all.
All right, so it has more depth and options than other Tsuro games. We have the other 2. In fact, we have the first edition from WizKids of the original one. So it's quick to play and fun. It's definitely fun to race around and try to do the best move to get the most stars, because that's what you're doing in this game. Is you're moving around here with your phoenixes to pass lanterns. When you do, you generate stars if you pass through the tile, and then the first one to 7 stars wins.
Yep.
And so if you're at it, when you come to an edge like right here, on your next turn you're going to flip it. So I'm going to try to flip it in a way like right here where I can pass through. But then you got to be careful. Oh, I would have hit you.
Aw, man.
And then you only have, so like unlike other Tsuro games, you have 1 life token. So you can run into somebody once or go off the board once and then come back. Or purposely you can burn up on purpose to come in from an edge to try to get an advantage the following turn.
That's just so funny.
So
I guess that's why it's called Phoenix Rising, huh?
That's right.
Alrighty then.
All right, so you can make mistakes when flipping and rotating. That's kind of a neutral for me. So you got to watch real carefully, because if you're on a tile on the edge and there's another player there on that tile, you got to remember where they are. So could you imagine with 6 players?
No.
How that might be?
It'd be crazy. I don't know. You'd have to take a picture or something.
No, it's worth dealing with. Okay?
Oh, it is.
I'm just letting you know. It's kind of like it could be a problem for some people to remember.
I agree.
So there's some rulebook clarity issues. So one thing that I don't care for, and it's actually based on research that you don't do this, on my dissertation research, you don't do backgrounds like this. And then when you're doing italics, that's actually, in some of the literature review, they say don't use italics.
Really?
They say, at least not this much, or a font that's this. In fact, they actually say underlining is worse than italics, but to do italics all through the rulebook like this, or a fancy font, so it was hard for me to read at times.
It is kind of hard.
So look, you can get through it.
Oh yeah.
It's not so bad that you can't learn from it. Okay.
True.
But for my eyes, at my age now, with that background and that font, my eyes start crisscrossing at times, and I have trouble focusing on it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I mean, that's maybe just because it's an age thing. I don't know. All right, so So there is a clarity issue because one of the persons that commented on our unboxing video commented on a Board Game Geek that supposedly if you just end on a tile, you generate a star. But the rulebook doesn't say that.
And I know you read through the rule book.
I read through the rule book
when we did the playthrough.
And I even read that paragraph. So if there is an issue with this edition of the game where if you end on a tile but don't pass through it, pass all the way through it,
right,
that you generate a star. That is a clarity issue because somebody said on Board Game Geek said it doesn't say that in the rule book.
Wow.
And it doesn't. So I don't know which way to go with that. That is someone that is with the company. So let us know in the comments below if you are supposed to. So right now, the way the game plays, if I was, let me try generate this here. So if I was right here, and I go right here and stop at the edge, you do not generate a star. But according to one of the members of the company, you do. You just don't collect it because you haven't passed through it. But the rulebook doesn't say that. It says that you must pass all the way through to generate a star and then collect it at the end of your turn.
Got it.
Okay, so maybe that will be resolved in the comments below.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so disappointing Phoenix pieces and quality of tiles. So you see why we're using stands, because when you play this game, when you're flipping tiles a lot and things like that, they will fall over. And as I already explained, this does not look like the bases on the Kickstarter. They're a lot more, seems a lot more narrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So another issue I pointed out in the unboxing is that the die cutting. See, look right here.
Oh gosh, yeah. Holy crap.
The die cutting is not good.
We've only played this like 2 times.
And it sheds. Every time we play this game, there's a lot of shedding of cardboard behind.
True.
So is this something that's a problem with all games where they had a bad die cut, or is it only a problem with our edition? So Julie, reach over there and get the other editions. So I got out our other editions because we support this company. I've known the owner of the company for over 15 years. Okay, I like what this company does, and that's why I supported the Kickstarter. I wanted to support them. So right now I'm getting out the tiles from the original WizKids and from the C's.
Okay.
So let's look at the difference.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So did they go to a different manufacturer? So here's the C tile. See the difference?
Oh yeah.
It is no problem. There's a little. That's probably for me with using our fingernails grabbing it. Okay. But you'll see here on the backs.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not. Doesn't have the issues you see with this game. Okay. So that's the C one. That came out later after they split off from WizKids.
Oh, okay.
Okay, after the WizKids was bought.
I see.
Okay, very nice.
Yep.
Okay, here's the original. That was produced. This is the one produced by WizKids.
Okay.
Did they go to the same manufacturer for the C one? As
Sure looks like it.
Okay, I'm trying to get it to come up in the light here. Okay, no problems with the tiles.
No.
But here, you look here. Definitely a difference.
Really big difference.
Okay.
It just doesn't look as slick either as the other two.
So, what happened? Did they change manufacturers? Why are these pieces don't look like the Kickstarter ones?
Right.
So, I wanted to show that, one, to show that we support this company, we like this company, this game is still a worthwhile game to have. Let me know in the comments if anybody from the company is watching this, is it just my tiles or all the tiles have this problem? Yeah. Or if you're somebody who owns this game, please let me know. Is all the tiles have this? Oh, that's okay, I'll accept that, because I'm not going to say do a whole new print run.
Oh gosh, no.
Okay, maybe if they do another Kickstarter later on and they can do replacement
then
tiles.
Maybe, but
okay, but if every copy has this issue, that would cost them too much money. Maybe they could do replacements down the road, okay?
Sure.
At another Kickstarter. But if it's just my copy, yeah, I would like to have new tiles.
Yeah.
If you're watching this. Okay, so.
Let's do our Board Game Geek top 10 rating.
Yes. So here we go.
Okay.
I said 6.5. We'll play if in the mood.
And I said 6.
6, and that's because it can be a little fiddly with flipping the tiles and rotating it for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree, and I forget, like if we go to flip it and your guy's on there,
yeah,
I forget, oh my gosh, where was he at?
So why do I say it could be a little fiddly? Because I'd rather play the C version or the original version, not have to deal with it. If I just want a quick game where we just try to stay alive as long as possible. And you got the Sea Dragons of the C game, which is cool. It's still a good game, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm
It
comparing it to the two other ones. I'd play probably the C1 over this. It would be a toss-up between this game and the original. However, when using this in the classroom with children of the especially gifted students, I use the original game.
Oh, do you?
With gifted students, and they loved it because you could play with 8 players. It was great.
Oh, sure.
It would be very difficult for small children, for young children, to manipulate this game without stuff getting knocked over everywhere and remembering where things are when you have more players. So I'd be less hesitant to try this one with a group of kids the first time.
Yeah.
If they did already the C1, okay, and the original, I would have no problem bringing it out.
Sure.
Okay, so I would first start with this with them, and you can see here there was a manufacturing issue with the WizKids one.
Oh, gosh, yeah, look at
Okay,
that.
and then I would introduce them to the C1. This is the one I would do last.
Sure.
But maybe we have a Tsuro party. We'd go in order, and maybe
be
over
fun.
time, because we haven't played this game as much as the other ones, maybe we'd like this one more because there is more depth to this game. It's just that right now, we're in the position that we'd probably play the C1 over this one right now.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's still
worth
fun.
it's still worth owning.
Yep.
We're glad we have it. We're glad we have the Kickstarter version.
I'm glad it's in our collection.
Again, let us know in the comments below about the tiles, if you're having similar issues or not. And if by the way, there are advanced rules in this, so if we get 100 likes, we'll play the advanced copy.
Sure.
In fact, we can even do when we start doing live videos, we can play all 3 Tsuros if you'd like, if you get 100 likes.
That would be fun.
So that would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm David.
I'm Julie, and this is rpgamepire.
Thank you for watching.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right, bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.